What's up, guys? Welcome to Chat at the Castle, your new favorite podcast for Disney adults and other fanatics. I'm Ash Valmont.
I am Jordy, Mickey's best pal, and it's a pleasure to be back.
Wish I could say the same.
Okay.
It's our first episode.
Yeah, it's our first episode, and we realised in the trailer we didn't actually say the name of the podcast.
It's Chat at the Castle, first teaser trailer, listeners.
Yep. So yeah, welcome.
If you came back, because you probably couldn't find it without knowing the name of the podcast.
It's a good point. We'll have to share it.
We'll fix it in post.
Yeah, fix it in post. We'll record a little. So guys, this is Chat at the Castle, and now you're going to watch the teaser. But this episode, it's not a teaser. We are talking about Orlando 2025.
We are. The full county.
Yeah. The
Edie Creek edition.
And the full year. Everyone's trips. No, of course, specifically our Orlando 2025 experience.
Yep.
Which consisted of a lot of great moments.
Yeah.
Like so many. And we're going to touch on them all. We went to Mickey's Not So Scary. We drank around the world at EPCOT. You surprised me. We didn't know that you were going to be there. Obviously, our other friend Lou was there as well. We went to Halloween Horror Nights, which was my first experience of Horror Nights.
I went to H2O Glow. A couple of us did. You didn't make it because you'd been drinking around the world.
No, yeah, I didn't make that.
Yeah.
And do you know what the most annoying thing about that is? I've not got the wristbands on anymore.
Unless you've got the scars I got from that, which we'll delve into further.
No, I've got mental scars, but that's a different story. The one thing that annoyed me is that I went to EPCOT and Hollywood after hours on this trip and got like a plain Jane wristband, like just a block colour. And
got some sparkling on me.
You guys got the sparkly with like a special.
They saw our sparkling personalities and were like, these guys need wristbands.
I feel like I should have just gone and got a wristband. Like, look, paid my money, just give me a wristband. No, fair enough. Where else
we did? Yeah, we did the entirety. Walt Disney World, Universal, all three parks.
Epic.
Universe had open. Still is open. Halloween Horror Nights, H2O Glow, Mickey's Not So Scary, Disney Springs, everything.
Couple of after hours events.
Hours events.
And it was our first time. So, I mean, we've both been
there together.
We've both been to, it was our first time there together, but on top of that.
That was my first time with friends, actually. I've only been with family. And then once with a girlfriend, but twice with a girlfriend before. So this is my first time as a friend group, which was really cool. Very different dynamic, which I enjoyed greatly.
I am, exactly the same. Very much the same. I went with Jay, my wife. Don't know why I put my hand up then. But so we went in April 2024. But of course, it was our honeymoon. It was very different to being there with a group of five of us. Anyway, it was great. But not only that, we got to experience Epic for the first. It was the first time all of us had been in Epic.
Yeah, that was cool.
Which is quite a rare thing, right? Because we met through already being Disney adults and being Disney fanatics. So we'd already been to the parks, so we could talk about it. But to actually be able to go to a park and experience it for the first time as a group of five.
That was really cool.
That was really cool.
Yeah. We all had different priorities as well, like different lands that we all wanted to see. Like one member of the group wanted to go to Burke, one wanted to go to, I don't know what the Harry Potter land's called, but whatever that's called. Nintendo World.
No. Ministry, no.
Something. France. Stole from EPCOT. Darkmoor was really cool. I love Darkmoor probably the most. So lots to talk about on that as well. Should we start with the surprise?
Yes. Let's start with.
Should we talk about the build-up first? So you and I met online, as all weird things do. In like January, I think we started chatting.
Yeah.
It was, you'd posted some video on Instagram or TikTok, was it? Instagram, I think it was.
Yeah, Instagram.
Yeah. Combining like WWE and Disney. And I just started watching wrestling again because it had started on Netflix. I loved it as a kid, but I'd fallen out of it. And I was like, this is funny, combining wrestling and Disney. I was like, I'm going to follow this guy. Then, we just got chatting.
Yeah.
I then went to Disneyland Paris at some point and responded to your video with a wrestling Disney video. We became friends anyway. So we obviously, as all Disney adults do, when they become friends, they started talking about when are we going to go to Walt Disney World together after knowing each other for about a month. So for the first 6 months, I was like, yeah, let's definitely do it because you were planning to go in August, September anyway.
Yeah, we booked.
You were fully booked.
We booked sometime, I think it was like May last year, but we'd initially booked to go in October, fly out on the 23rd, I think until the 8th of November. But we had to change flights because Virgin Atlantic shafted me. But that's a different conversation as well.
Sponsorship gone.
Yeah, I know. Well, dynamic pricing on the points kills.
September's better now.
Yeah, so we had to change.
So we were just the first 2 weeks of September, which is my favourite time of year to go as well. And seemingly every other content creator on the planet's favourite time to go. We'll get into that more later as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, first 2 weeks of September, I was like, wicked, that's when I love to go. I haven't been in a few years. Let's do it, right? Spent about 6 months talking about how we were going to do it, but I hadn't booked it.
You already have like time off work booked.
Yeah, so I book it off every year just in case I get to go.
Yeah, nice. Very cool.
So yeah, I said, yeah, I'll come join you, but I didn't book anything. It got to August and I still hadn't booked it. And you kept telling me to book it. So then I had no idea. Messaged your wife, sorry about that.
No,
saying, I'm going to come to Florida, but I'm going to tell Jordy I can't and I'm going to surprise him. So this all started the planning of. Eventually convinced you I wasn't coming, right up to, because you flew out a few days before me, right up to when you were there and I was still back in England, so I fully convinced you that I wasn't coming.
You messaged me at 4 a.m.
Yeah, that was
and I was like, what's going on here?
But luckily I'm up at that time most nights anyway, so it was pretty normal.
Yeah, it was believable. I
was in Florida at the time, hence why I messaged him at 4 a.m. England time, and he was like, hang on. But I blaked my way out of that one.
Yeah.
And then chased you around 4 parks on the second day of me being in Florida, because I messaged his wife and she was like, I think you were in Hollywood Studios first of all. No, Magic Kingdom first of all, I think.
No, it was Hollywood.
Yeah,
we weren't planning on going in.
Yeah.
We were just planning on going to Art of Animation to get some.
No, I didn't even message you. I asked you. I was like casually like, oh, what are you up to today? And you were like, yo, I'm at Hollywood Studios. The queue for Taratoro was really short, so I went in. We were only going to go for to get a bus to Springs.
Yeah, we were going to Art of Animation to get some photos with Lightning McQueen.
Yeah. So I was like, sweet, he's at Hollywood Studios. Let's go find him. Set off from my hotel, get to Hollywood Studios. I think I'll message you casually again, like, how's Hollywood Studios? You were like, oh, I'm at the Art of Animation Hotel. I'm like, I'm not in a million years going to the Animation Hotel. I'll meet him later. So I went to Hollywood Studios for a few hours, then messaged your wife, and she was like, oh, we're headed to Springs. So I was like, sweet, I'll head to Springs. Realized there's no bus from Hollywood Studios to Springs. So I was like, oh my God, how am I going to meet this guy? And I was in Orlando, in Walt Disney World, my favorite place on earth, unable to post a single picture on Instagram or anything, like a story or anything. I'd been there for 2 days and I hadn't posted anything because I was surprising you.
You were in my hotel.
Yeah, we were in the same hotel. Yeah. And then, Jay eventually says, oh, you can meet us in Springs, but we're just getting food and then probably going to move on. And I was like, okay, let me know where you end up. And I'll meet you there. And she said, we're going to go to Universal. And I said, okay, great. Can you keep him there at least for a few hours? And she was like, yep. I was like, sold. So then I headed over to Universal. Mm-hmm. I'm walking into the park, and you were literally like the other side of the gate, heading for like a cigarette or something. And I was like, oh crap. Like I thought you'd seen me. I like rushed behind a bush and like walked behind, and then we pressed record on a video. And if anyone wants to see it, it's on my Instagram and TikTok of me surprising him. And it's the funniest reaction ever. I snuck up behind you, tapped Jay on the shoulder. She moved out of the way. I walked next to you for a little bit while you were still talking, and then you noticed me.
Wearing the same colours as Jay as well.
Wearing the same colours as Jay, so you didn't notice that we'd made a switch.
Same colour hair,
yeah.
Different eyes, but like genuinely it was the most confusing thing. Because
turn around 1 minute it's Jay, turn around next minute.
Yeah, it was like my brain took a second to catch up, which you can see on the video. Maybe we should just play the moment.
Yeah, we should play the video.
We'll edit that moment in.
Yeah. Well, yeah, talk about like how you experienced that moment, because for me it was hectic.
I can't believe this is the first I've heard of a lot of that, to be honest. I didn't realise that I thought you were already in the park and you...
No, I came through the gate, saw you walking towards me, was like panicked. My heart rate went to about 300, how am I going to do this? Ran off, thought you'd see me running off. Snuck behind this like bush thing. Luckily there's a thing in the middle of the walkway that I hid behind and looped behind you.
Right. Yeah. So no, I didn't know any of that. But
very funny.
My experience. So yeah, I was talking about the fact that we were going, and me and you, we were making plans. That was the thing that was throwing me off a bit. It's like we were making plans, but it was never like cemented. It was never.
Yeah.
You'd not at any point said
committed to it.
I booked my flights. I'm flying out on this day. I'm staying in this place. So I was like, it might not happen. We flew out, and we were messaging like we do always anyway, so I didn't really think anything of that.
And I sent you like a selfie from my house. So you always
did. You did. And I just remember being pretty convinced that you were going to make it out there until about 24 hours before you actually surprised me, because I said something. Well, I saw the Tarzan pin.
Mm-hmm.
You've got a Tarzan spirit jersey on, so this is fitting. And Tarzan, like, is probably underappreciated in terms.
It's my favorite.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not underappreciated, but it's quite hard to find.
It's underrepresented in merch.
Yeah,
which is why I love this spirit jersey.
So anytime I see anything Tarzan, I'm like, right, send it to Ash. Ask him if he wanted it. So I saw this pin, but I didn't ask him if he wanted it. I said, if you make it out here, I will buy you this pin. And then at that point, you said something to me like, it'll be the most expensive pin in the world. Because you'd have to get the flight out.
Fly at a hotel,
and then you said something. I said, I think I actually messaged you at one point saying, I wish you were here. I was like, guess what? And then you're like, well, I was like, I wish you were here. But then you replied to that saying, we'll make it one day.
Yeah, that was.
And I think at that point, I kind of went, all right, maybe he's not actually coming then. And
I followed it up when I did mess you at 4 a.m. and you were like, oh, I thought you were here because it was like 9 a.m. Florida time. I was like, mate, if I was there, we'd be in the bar already. Mm-hmm. And I remember responding to that, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I think those little things.
And I was there. I was fully lying to you.
Yeah, absolutely. And do you know what the funniest thing is? So when you messaged me at 4 a.m. UK time, it was 11. I just got back from a park. I'm talking meters between us at that point, because I just got off the bus at All Star Movies.
Yeah, we were both walking through the same hotel.
Yeah. So like we would have been so close.
Yeah, I just got back from Springs.
So it was, but I'd kind of made peace with the fact it wasn't happening, and I was okay with it. I was gutted, but obviously I was there with Jay, I was there with Lou, still got a great time. It was going to be great. And then, that moment happened in Ireland on the way out. And I'll never forget it, man. It was just so surreal. Like, I just turned around 1 second, it was my wife, and turned around the next minute and it was you. And I was
that's how I get you.
And you just nodded along with what I was saying. I was like, I think there's a smoking area just out there.
Yeah, I responded.
Yeah, you were like, I think there is.
I was like, what?
So it was exactly how it looks, man. I didn't know how to feel. I went to hug you and then pushed you away and then ran away.
Yep. And then came together and yelled at everyone.
Had to compose myself. Give you a big hug. Yeah. Pointed at everyone else.
Just yelled at everyone for like helping. Yeah.
Do you know what as well though? I'd been talking about it with Jay, and I'd said to her that she would tell me. I was basically
you were so confident that if Jane knew, she would have let it slip, or you would have been able to figure it out. And she was terrified as well, because she was like, Jordy's a human lie detector. Me knowing this, I'm going to let it slip at some point. And then every time you like brought it up and she like fully convinced you, she would text me being like, convinced him that we'd got away with it.
Yeah, because Jay can reassure me and stuff like that. So if I was a bit gutted, and she'd be like, it doesn't matter, like you'll make it out here, but like there's more years, there's more trips, like it's not the end of the world. So I was just like, no, yeah, you're right. And then kind of felt bad on Jay, you know. I was like, oh, right, number one, you think I'm not going to enjoy it now just because she's the
it's so terrible about it.
But so she was there. If anybody's going to convince me, it would have been her. But I'd said something to her like, and she nearly cracked at this point. Like, I know in hindsight now, I said, if you knew, you'd tell me.
Yeah.
So we could reverse it and catch him out.
But I would have cracked at that, to be fair. Yeah.
Realistically, though, I'm glad she didn't, because I don't know how I would have done that.
Yeah.
That you knew I was there. She couldn't have been like,
there would have been no surprise.
I came on my own. Like, I'd posted it. I was all over my Instagram story. Yeah. It was very. I mean, the only thing I could have done is not react.
Yeah, you'd be like, for God's sake.
Yeah, just be like, hey, all right. But like, that wouldn't have been fun or authentic. Like,
pull some out from behind your back.
Because even if I'd tried to do that inside, I would have had the zoomies.
Yeah.
But like, I would have just been like trying my best to just play it cool.
And I would have been like, shut up, come on.
Yeah. Give me a hug. So that was that moment. And forever grateful for it. I don't think I'm not going to say that because then you'll make it your goal to try and do it again. But yeah, I need to get you back. And that's something that we need to figure out. Yeah. Not you.
And it kicked off like a phenomenal 2 weeks as well.
Oh yeah, it was such a great start to the 2 weeks. We went and we sat and had a couple of drinks, didn't we?
Yeah. Yeah.
And we all needed to calm down for a second.
Yeah, my heart rate needed to return from about 300 from the panic of seeing you like walking towards me and trying to figure out how I was going to sneak behind you. Yeah.
It was quite hard to miss as well. So
yeah, thankfully. Yeah. If you'd been normal size, probably wouldn't have spotted you. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty terrifying. But yeah, kids have a great 2 weeks. We should talk about what we got up to in those 2 weeks. But first, I'll come back to what I was saying before about the first 2 weeks of September. I love it because it's certainly one of the quietest times for the parks. Because, and you'll agree with this, it's a risky time to go weather-wise. If you have a bad year, weather-wise, it can be a washout. Like, it can rain every day. You'll still have a great time, but the weather can be a nightmare. Mm-hmm. We got so lucky because shortly before I got there, I checked the forecast and it was rain every day. And then I think it rained twice while we were there. One bad hour.
Were you there when all the parks went down?
No, that was the day before I got there.
Right, okay, yeah.
That was lightning, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But it rained for like one heavy hour one night when I was at Halloween Horror Nights, and then little sprinkles for like 3 other days while we were there. We got so lucky.
Yeah.
And because of that, it's always really quiet because all the kids are back at school and stuff like that, right? But what was weird is I probably knew of about 100 people, like acquaintances and fellow content creators, who were there at the same time as us. Mm-hmm. There was easily 100. Like every time we spoke about someone we both know or someone I've known from like the TikTok stuff, they were there.
Yeah, for sure. And like, even there was some people that were there that I met at the Disney Creator Meetup. Shout out Jack and Joe, by the way.
Yeah. I'll have them on the podcast.
Yeah. In London, so...
Yeah, I bumped into people that I'd met like a few weeks before at the
Sophie
Disney
Phillips.
Creator Meetup as well.
Part of Alex's world. Mm-hmm. I won't use a rubber name.
Sure.
So they were just two, for example, that are not only people that I knew of as our acquaintances, like I'd literally spoke to them and didn't even know at that point that we were going to be out
there at the same time.
Yeah. So yeah, it was, but I totally understand it.
Yeah.
Everything's a bit quieter, like you said. We were very lucky with the weather. There was that one night where I think you were at Horror Nights and I messaged you.
Yeah, I got washed out. I had to go.
Were you in the leaky cauldron?
Yeah. Luckily, it wasn't leaky. But...
Yeah. Because that was the worst I'd seen it. Like I went to get something out of the washer or dryer or something like that.
To wash it again.
And I literally had to like change my clothes. And I decided to just walk out in my swimming gear.
Yeah,
because
it was raining that much.
Yeah,
it's storm season in Florida at that time, so that's why.
But it's also Halloween season.
Yes,
because it starts
my favorite,
at the end of August in Florida.
My favorite thing ever outside of Walt Disney World is Halloween Horror Nights. Yeah, and we can do an episode on that, but we'll certainly talk about it in this episode. But yeah, that was the great part. There were so many people out there that we'd bump into or like would message us or be like, yeah, we're here, let's meet up. And that was it was amazing, wasn't it?
It was great. And then, to be fair as well, there was people that I know from the Instagram account that live in Orlando.
Yeah, same actually.
We got to meet a couple of them as well. In fact, that was the day that we met. And that was why I was kind of not like... I don't know the word. My plans were very loose that day because the one thing that I'd said I was going to do was go and meet Lauren Squires at the Art of Disney at Disney Springs. So that was like, all right, I'm going to go and do this. And to get to animation, I need to go to Hollywood. Oh, hang on, Tower Terrace, 10 minutes, jump in there. Yeah. Go and get the Lightning McQueen stuff. Head to Disney Springs to meet Lauren. And at that point, that was when the day was like, okay, I've done all the stuff I'd actually kind of planned today. Mm-hmm. What should we do now? And that's when I went over to Universal.
Nightmare to follow you.
Yeah. It's a nightmare to follow me in general, but I can imagine I don't tend to stick in the same place for too long.
Sounds too fair. But then it kicks off epic 2 weeks. I mean, the timing of things that happened while we were there as well. Like I went to Beacon Barrel, the new bar that's opened at Magic Kingdom. That had opened, I think, 2 days prior to when I went there.
Yeah.
I went on I think it was the 31st of August. It opened literally 2 days prior.
Had one of the strongest drinks in the world.
Literally the strongest drink.
Was it the Sirens
I don't remember.
It was something. It was something about a siren's kiss.
Siren something, yeah. But what was really weird is they prepare the drink, then they come up to you, and he takes like a pipette out and drops something in the drink, and then like on my finger, and I was like, I don't know what this is. And to this day, I don't, because then I drank it and I don't remember anything after that. But yeah, it was cool. It's very cool. There was a few other things like that like Halloween Horror Nights opened the day I got there.
Yeah.
We literally got there at the perfect spot.
Food and Wine had just started.
Food and Wine had just started.
Destination D23 was on for the first weekend when we were there.
At the hotel I was staying
Yeah,
at as well, yeah.
we didn't attend.
I moved hotels.
But we were there while it was on.
Yeah.
So there was quite a lot of stuff on during that period when we were there. Yeah. And it was the same, like when I'd gone previously, I managed to see like May the 4th, the anniversary of Hollywood Studios, a bunch of stuff. If you time your weeks right,
it's just some really cool stuff there, because I've been on May 4th before, and seeing everyone light up their lightsabers in Galaxy's Edge at night is that's a special moment if you ever get a chance to go.
Yeah, definitely. We just missed the overlay on Tron turning red.
Yep, that was shortly.
We saw the Dino Land park get demolished.
Yeah, we saw Dino Land get demolished. We got to ride Dinosaur before it closes shortly. Got to ride Rock and Roller Coaster before that gets reskinned. Jurassic Adventure at Universal Islands of Adventure is closing for a year.
Random close.
Randomly. I don't think they've actually officially announced it yet. It's just on the schedule that it's closing for a year.
Yeah.
Kong in Islands of Adventure reopened like the day I went.
And we, for the Jurassic Park River Adventure, we literally walked on that, didn't we?
Yeah.
We probably could have stayed on it.
Yeah, most days we would. Yeah.
So maybe that's why. Maybe they just saw there's like a consistent zero queue. Be like, right, okay, well.
And I think they're
no one's that fussed then.
I think the year's closure, and this hasn't been confirmed, but the heavily rumored suggestion is they're going to update it to match like LA's one and one over in one of the Asian parks to match Jurassic World.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's like is it a Mosasaurus? Our producer's a dinosaur geek. Mosasaur. There's like one of those that splashes you and things like that. So.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, no, that is cool. I kind of hope they leave it as Jurassic Park, though.
I don't know, the reskin's pretty cool. I've been on the one in LA.
No, yeah, I love the gate.
The gates stay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
They do stay, yeah. It's just more themed of the movie Jurassic World, but obviously it's still Jurassic Park. It's the name of it.
I mean, it makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, very cool.
But back to Disney for a second, because we both did attend Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party.
Yes.
Is it your first time doing it?
Yeah. And last, and we'll get on to what. Controversial hot take, sorry.
I dressed up,
Disney if you listen.
I dressed up as Hercules.
I had a nice night, don't get me wrong, but yeah, we'll get into it.
Yeah, we'll get into it. So let's talk about the good things first, because you missed the Hocus Pocus show.
Yeah.
And that was actually probably one of my favorite things of the night. It was so cool for you get to see like people like Hades live on stage. You get to see Facilier live on stage, like these villains that I've not really seen in and about the parks as character meets or anything.
Hades is certainly a rare one.
Yeah,
for sure.
And I mean, the Sanderson sisters themselves. Shout out to them, because all three of them were phenomenal.
So in that show, that's when it's the Sanderson sisters themselves. It's not like Minnie, Daisy, and Clarabelle as the Sanderson sisters.
Yeah, it's actually...
Okay. Because in the parade, it's Minnie, Daisy, and Clarabelle, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It is. So yeah, this is actual the Sanderson. And the face, they actually speak. And yeah, honestly, really, really good. We didn't do a lot of character meets because...
The queues were pretty heavy.
The queues were big, and
for a lot of the candy stations as well. There were some that we just were able to walk up to, maybe hidden down some paths. But I guess like the main stations, like in the Big Top and things like that, the queues were pretty hefty for those as well.
The one by Tron was a good one.
Yep,
because
we stumbled into that.
Scooted through it, and to be honest, in hindsight, probably the way to play it for anyone going is don't worry too much about the trick or treats early on, unless you're really hungry and want like little Snickers and little Skittles.
Because I got back and had this conversation. A friend of mine who loves Mickey's Not So Scary, I went back, I was like, it didn't really do it for me. And they were like, oh, you must have done it wrong then. I was like, I don't know how you do it wrong. But they were telling me that exactly what you've just said. What you do is you focus on parades and shows to start, and then later in the night you do all your trick or treat and stuff, and character meet and greets, because It's obviously a very kid-heavy event.
Yes.
And it runs from 7 till like 1 a.m.
Yeah.
So later in the night, as you can imagine, the kids start to taper off. And you get shorter queues for character meet and greet and candy and things like that. Whereas shows and parades, you see them at any time.
And to be fair, I imagine this is going from my experience of the after hours nights and how willing they are to give away soft drinks to you. When you get to the end of the night, they're probably doing like 3 shovels at a time. So we maybe played that a little bit wrong. But yeah, and listen, I love meeting Mickey, and it would have been amazing to meet him in his Halloween outfit, but it was a hefty queue. It was a hefty queue.
Terrible queue.
Same with, it was like 180 minutes at one point.
It was, yeah. It got really. So there was Mickey and Minnie, which reached 3 hours, and then like max capacity. Yeah. And same with Jack and Sally. Yeah. Jack and Sally, I think, was longer.
Yeah.
That exceeded 3 hours at one point.
It's crazy.
Yep.
I mean, don't get me wrong though, the Jack and Sally, especially this year,
it's the new Jack, isn't it?
Yeah, look absolutely incredible. I think the best time and the best queue times we saw was 60 and 45, and I think it was
super late in the night, wasn't it?
No, it was during the first parade.
Oh, okay, yeah,
that was when I'd seen that they kind of dipped. But yeah, it's crazy in there. More power to you guys if you're gonna wait 180 minutes.
Yeah,
not judging. I wish I could do it. But,
yeah, because my thing is, it's a very cool night. Yeah, you get free candy, obviously great. There's rare characters, which is great. The shows and parades are one-offs, like they only happen at Mickey's, Not So Scary. So that's all cool and very enjoyable. My issue was the price. It is pricey. So one night at Mickey's Not So Scary, which, as I say, runs from about 7 till 1 a.m.
I think you're right. I think you are allowed in the park from 4.
Okay.
So if you've not exactly. If you're a local,
the event starts.
Yeah, exactly. If you're a local and you don't have an annual pass, maybe that price to go in at 4 and stay till 1 in the morning. Yeah. Maybe it is okay.
But it's still it was $150 for one night, right? Now Halloween Horror Nights, which we'll talk about probably at length because I adore it and it's fantastic. We're going to do an entire episode ranking the houses, actually.
Yeah, we'll do that for sure.
Now I had I think it's called a Russia Fear Pass, where you get 18 nights. Over I think they're open for 48 nights across the entire season. Yeah. So around there for 2 weeks. So got more nights than I actually needed. Yeah. I got 18 nights. That was $199.
Is that just any 18 nights?
Any 18 nights.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah. I didn't know if it was going to be like select and you've got blockouts and you know what I mean?
No.
It's just like you pick your 18.
You pick your start date and then it's any 18 nights. Oh, nights for a window. I can't know what the window is.
I see what you mean. Like for Universal.
Essentially.
Yeah.
But yeah, 18 nights for $199. You're essentially looking like $12 a night.
Yeah.
Versus $150 for one, which is insane. And with that, I believe you can also like add for $50 like a stay and screen where you get in at 3 p.m. as well to Universal. But that runs till 2 a.m. Obviously, there's lots to do there as well. You've got the 10 haunted houses, you've got 4 scare zones, you've got a couple of shows. So lots to do there as well. And yeah, about $12 a night if you do that. And there's also a pass for, I think it's $300 that gives you all 48 nights if you live there and you really want to go for it.
Yeah. I went a different tack.
Yeah. Yeah, you did it very, very wrong.
And went through all 10 houses in about 3 hours. And Jay was not very well, was she? She was sick. Not very well. Like she was.
I mean, Halloween Horror, busting through all 10 houses in one night is a slog, even at full health. To do it when you're sick is a feat worthy of like Hercules.
Yeah. So yeah, more power to her for that. But I'll definitely go next time. And in all fairness, the person I'd asked, I didn't mention the Russia Fear Pass
as an option.
Yeah, I just said which is better. What would you advise? Because as well, I mean, it's all absolutely true what you're saying. And if you were to just compare the single ticket to the single ticket for Mickey's Not So Scary and Horror Nights, I think a Horror Nights ticket's like
$86.
Yeah, so
$86, $89, something like that.
Yeah, I think it ranges depending on the day.
So it's still half the price of Mickey's Not So Scary.
And we say all this, but the thing is, Mickey's Not So Scary is sold out for the rest of the year.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, absolutely.
So they're not going to lower the price.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's what kids will get parents to do, I guess. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we all did it, and like we've said, unless they bring a big change to the game next year, I'd probably skip it.
Yeah.
I'd probably do one of the other after hours nights. especially as a group.
Yes.
Because there's so much to do at the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party that it's like, and when you're in a group, it's kind of difficult because you want to
move slower.
Yeah, you move slower. You want to make sure everyone's happy. You want to make sure like not everyone likes everything as much as the next person. So it's like you want to make sure like, what do you definitely want to do? And so it's like you try to
prioritize. Like,
you
meeting up as a group, and then there might be separate.
Yeah, you move a little bit differently. Like we only saw Cruella on that podium, but there must have been more than that around. I think in the princess, where you meet the princesses, there was a couple in there. But again, when we were there, which is just a trick or treat spot, it was queuing way out the door. Like it was just in the middle of the path in Fantasyland, and I was like, what is this queue for? And it's like, oh, follow it, and it just goes right into the princess building. And they are moving a little bit because it's just a trick or treat situation, but and
you got mugged off by Gaston because you were dressed as Hercules, and you've been working out for about 6 months so you can flex as Hercules when you get to that party. And you saw Gaston walking towards you, popped out your muscles, and he literally just walked past and goes, not impressive.
Yeah, he did say, not impressive.
It was the most brutal thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, he did me dirty. It's 6 months, that's an exaggeration. I did not train for 6 months. I'm looking directly into this camera. I did not train for 6 months. I trained for about 2. And by the time we'd hit Mickey's Not So Scary, my biceps had deflated, they'd gone.
The excuses come, mate, it's okay.
No,
Gaston's been doing this for a living.
Do you know what, actually, and I will, so a little segue, the biceps disappeared after about day 3. They did make a return because of one of the after hours nights steady on. Family podcast.
Semi-family.
Yeah, I mean, PG-13. So, as I mentioned earlier, so I went to after hours at EPCOT. The reason that I did that, actually, I should probably touch on that, was the Walt Disney stuff. I'd specifically bought a ticket for that event because I knew that's the only time you get to meet Mickey with Walt next to the statue.
Yes, yeah, it's the Thinker, isn't it? The name of
Dreamer.
The Dreamer, the Walt Disney statue. So Mickey hangs around there, does he?
Yeah, he hangs around, right, and you can get this amazing shot. And I got it last year, but I was just dressed in normal clothes. And I knew that, so we did that on the night we landed.
And you were in full Walt Disney cosplay?
Full Walt Disney cosplay, grey hair, suit. It was my first day in Orlando. I was sweating.
Yep.
Like it
especially in a suit.
Yeah, it was hot. I had some like grey wax just a little bit on my eyebrows, and I could just feel it starting to run down. I was like, this isn't it. So, but it was still an incredible experience. The way that the cast members and everyone reacted to me when I do that, it's amazing. So that was really good, but I did not prioritize, let's get soft drinks, let's get as much as we can for the free stuff, because it really wasn't my priority. I just landed. I would recommend it, honestly. You get that travel day back, and you kind of boot your body clock into US time.
If you can fight that first day, and get back on a normal sleep schedule,
you end up probably sleeping in the first day, but then you we always do a water park or something like that. But Hollywood After Hours, the return of the biter. I took 18, I think it's 568 mils in the bottles in the US, slightly more than a pint. So I was carrying in a bag 18
pints of Coke.
Well, no, not all Coke, because I got you some Sprite and a couple of bottles of water, because I think there's 2 waters, 4 Sprites, 12 Coke.
Wow.
And I went into the shop because honestly, they're there and they're just going, take them while we're here. You've got an hour left of the night. Like, just take as many as you want.
And sale at the end of the night.
So I went into a shop and I was like, what do I want to buy? I was like, I like pins, right? So I bought the Mickey's 25th anniversary pin, and they gave me the little bag, and I was like, no, I need a big bag.
Yeah, 18 bottles.
Okay. So they got a bigger bag. I was like, have you got any bigger? So they gave me like this absolute mammoth of a bag, and I just kept shoveling them in. And then...
Until they stopped you.
No, they didn't.
Didn't even stop you.
They did not stop me at all. I was on my way out, 18 bottles in my bag, and I was like, kind of like had it, because I didn't want it to rip. And then I was on my way out, you know where the big Mickey is, and there's like a It's like a shop. It's like a circular thing right as you go into Hollywood Studios.
Yes.
Yeah. So I was there, and there was cast members there, and I think they must have had a contest going on. There was somebody who could shift the most popcorn. So they were like, "Do you want popcorn?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll take 2 boxes." Next minute, there was 6 in my bag. And it was literally like the weight of popcorn was the thing that sent that bag over the edge. Yeah. It was like the straw that broke the camel's back.
1 gram per bag.
Nearly made it to the Skyliner. And all of you guys that stay at All-Star Resorts as well, you know that like they're the cheapest ones, but you pay in steps to get that bus because it's always the furthest. So we got to the Skyliner, and there it happened. The bag broke, popcorn spilled, and so after that I was like full on like.
So basically, sorry to the custodial staff after Jordy's incident.
Yeah. A little bit, yeah. No, I know
that. Our formal public apology.
Didn't actually spill popcorn because they were in the sealed boxes, but the boxes. And then somebody went past and were like, "Oh, he likes popcorn." I was like, "Do you know what? I don't. Like, I really don't. I just got
just a sucker for a bargain.
Yeah,
product.
Yeah, I'm from the north, man. Like that's how we do things. Right? If you're giving me something for free, I'll take it.
Right. So you went from really sewing this event to talking about the pitfalls of it.
No, right. That's don't take. And if you're gonna take a supported bag. That Hollywood After Hours.
Your tip for Hollywood After Hours is take a backpack that you can fill up with soda.
It was incredible, though. I went on every ride in Hollywood Studios.
Advice I've ever
yeah, 100%. All After Hours events, take a supported bag so you can.
People got free stuff.
Yeah, and I left in the room. There was 6 bottles of Coke. So a shout out to the housekeepers that got them. I think there's a brownie.
It's fair. If you play right, like obviously Disney is a very expensive trip, particularly like heading to Florida for because you go for a decent amount of time because it's such a massive trip. But you can get a lot of free stuff like check-in day to your hotel. You get free day at a water park.
Yeah.
No, I went to Blizzard Beach like the day I got there.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I love the water parks, and a rarity when we went there. Another fortuitous timing. Both water parks were open at the same time, which I believe is a rarity.
I didn't go, but
yeah, you failed at going to Typhoon Lagoon, and I got like horrifically injured at Typhoon Lagoon by getting hit by a wave and then just slamming into the floor because I'd been drinking.
It's literally renowned for having that big wave.
I am like a Typhoon Lagoon pro. I've been like so many times in my life. It's one of my favorite parks. I'm like I kill it every time, right? So I'm sat in the shallows. I'm like, I know how this wave works. I've done this for 20 odd years now. Sat there and then just got battered by this wave, and I must have hit like a sandbar or something, and I just got dragged along the floor, and that floor is made of like broken glass and sandpaper. So yeah, I've still got scars.
It's there for grit.
Exactly. But it was very funny. Luckily I didn't feel anything because we'd been drinking around the world all day, but it was a good time. You can get decent free stuff.
Quickly back to the After Hours.
I feel like we're selling.
They are amazing. Honestly, they are amazing. I would, from my experience, as cool as the Mickey's Not So Scary was, the After Hours event, I had more fun. And I got to, like, you do get to...
Same, actually. I preferred H2O Glow, and because we got there a bit late, I think I was only there for like 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and I probably had more fun there.
It's so much quieter as well. Like I've got a photo
I think I saw like 4 other people while I was there. It was so cool.
I've got a photo of me at Galaxy's Edge, just me and the Falcon. When are you ever gonna get that opportunity? Like went on Rise of the Resistance, walked on it. Went on Slinky Dog, walked on it. Tower, walked on. Rock and Roll, literally everything. Met Jiminy Cricket, which is a pretty rare character. Met Sorcerer and Mickey before the After Hours event started, and then went and met Mickey in his regular get-up and put my little sorcerer hat on him. And honestly, like, if you go to one of these Hollywood, for example, go in at 9, watch Fantasmic, and then just you get to go back into the park. So cool. So cool. So I would definitely recommend them, and they are kind of year-round. They're not specific to Halloween.
And also you do get the rare characters as well. Like there was this giant, it wasn't... he wasn't walking around, but Partysaurus Rex, which our friend Lou, I've never seen anyone more excited. Before we even got to H2O Globe, again, we'd been drinking around the world, so we were already a bit excited. The whole way over there is like, because it was a Pixar theme, Toy Story theme.
Toy Story, they love it. Toy Story characters. For some
so he was super excited. He was like, Partysaurus Rex is going to be there. I know it, and then we walk in and he's literally right there. I've never seen anyone so excited in my entire life. So you do get to see some rare stuff, which is cool. And we got to dance with like, Buzz and Jesse and Bullseye and Woody, the whole gang.
One last thing on Mickey's Not So Scary before we jump off that. And I would recommend doing it. I just think it might be a bit of a one and done for me.
Same.
But go on Space Mountain. I'm not going to tell you why.
Yeah.
No, maybe I should.
Yeah, we should.
We can talk about it.
Yeah.
Pitch black.
Turn off all the lights.
Pitch
Turn off
black.
the stars. Yeah. Yeah,
Wasn't
go on there
prepared
and
for that.
brace yourself, because like we went over like one hump and I basically got whiplash. Like I was thrown so far back because I was laughing so much because we were in the pitch black and there's 5 of us in the car and we're all crying with laughter because we didn't expect it. We've been on it so many times.
Yeah.
Never had that. So we're all crying with laughter. But I was like, I must have been like leaning back laughing. And then we went over a bump and I swear I felt like I've been in a car accident afterwards. That thing is intense when you don't know where the turns and drops are coming.
I'd been on it the night before and I was not ready to go on it in the dark at all.
It's a vastly different experience.
Yeah. And apparently, I think for the Christmas party, what's it called? Very Merry Christmas Party. It's like red and green lasers and stuff.
Amazing.
So yeah.
Oh God, it's going to turn into Hyperspace Mountain soon.
Go to the
Do a whole episode on my hatred of Hyperspace Mountain.
Yeah, we could. Well, hatred of things. You do hyperspace, I'll do Jesse. Okay, right. We can move on from them now because I feel
So
like
that's after hours events.
Yeah.
Recommended, not recommended yet.
should we talk about drinking around the world?
Yeah, we probably should, because we referenced it a few times. We should probably explain to those who don't know what it is and talk about our experience with it, your half experience with it. So I get slightly more than half. 8 out of 11, yeah. 7.5.
3/4.
7.5, yeah. So I can set the scene. So for those who don't know, I imagine a lot of people watching this are probably familiar with EPCOT, but for those who don't know, EPCOT is one of the theme parks at Walt Disney World. It's made up almost of 2 parts. So you've got just the generic EPCOT part. It's the front of it. It does have a name, but I can't remember. It's the front half of the park. And then the back half of the park is the World Showcase, which has 11 lands that are each themed after a different country. Now, there's a tradition amongst Disney adults because you can get drinks and food in all of them, to attempt to have a drink in every single land. So you end up with 11 drinks by the end of this thing, right? It's become this challenge. So we set out to do it as a competition, me versus you. And it was very funny. I've just been informed they're called pavilions, not lands, by the way. Getting in trouble, but
oh yeah, they are pavilions. Yeah, that's very true.
But no, we did it, and the Food and Wine Festival was on as well, so we were lucky we got like some more options than you normally would.
Yeah.
Food and Wine Festival, I think, is a month or 2 months long, and there's, as you can imagine, food and alternative drink options. So we had a good selection to choose from in every land. We found some delicious ones, some not so delicious ones. But yeah, we started in Mexico.
We did go on a Saturday, which in hindsight might not have been the best idea.
Big queues, yeah.
But it was fine. Yeah, we started in Mexico with
frozen margaritas.
Yeah, I got bad brain freeze.
You had a lime margarita, I had a mango margarita, and it all went downhill from there.
They were good.
They were strong.
They were good as well.
They were good.
They were very refreshing.
For a non-tequila fan, they were very good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then it hammered it down as one of our few times of rain.
Yes.
Hammered it down for about 7 minutes while we were in a queue outdoors.
Yeah.
At Norway Pavilion to get our second drink of the day. There's a video of this whole thing. Again, check our accounts. I might even post it on here. Of this entire event around the world that we did. But we got to Norway, and in that video, from that moment on, we are just drenched, which is really funny.
Yeah, we'd start to dry out by the time we get to like the US.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, and this is somebody who was in Epcot the year prior when me and Jay were on our honeymoon. And I'm not a big drinker, so well, it used to be, but not anymore. And I just didn't really get it. Like I was just like,
well, you didn't see the appeal of it.
Yeah, it was just, it's not what I go to Disney to do. But now, after that experience, being in my favorite place
with friends
on a night out, essentially, well, on a day out.
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
It
feels like it's someone's birthday.
Yeah.
It feels like you're on a sesh, all day sesh with your friends. It's someone's birthday. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or like a stag do or something.
And everyone was just slowly descending together.
Yeah, into madness.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like how we managed to capture footage towards the end of the run is beyond me. But yeah, we made it through most of the pavilions. Again, we're very lucky there's footage of all this because I can't remember large chunks of it. By about land 6 or 7, which is Japan, and it's land 7, you see us start to like really tip over the edge, which is quite funny.
Yeah.
And we're just giggling, nonsensical chatter and you see the drink starting to hit us a little bit, and then you were gone. Next land, you just disappeared.
I do have a video of me having a strawberry daiquiri in Morocco.
Morocco, which is Pavilion 8 of 11.
And then Batman.
Yeah, and then the video is funny because it's me and you most of the way through, and then it's just me and our friend Lou. From like 9 onwards, it just replaces.
Everyone in the comments are just like, "Where's Joe? Where's Johnny go?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I don't know where he went, but made it back." So
yeah, highly recommend doing the challenge. It's a lot of fun. Lou says in his video, "Drink responsibly," and I do the classic Ted Lasso. You do what you like.
Yeah.
But yeah, do drink responsibly. It can be heavy if you're not used to it. But it's very good fun.
Yeah, the main part about that is like obviously drink responsibly and treat other guests and mainly cast members with respect.
That's the big one. Yeah, if you know that you turn into a bit of a dickhead when you're drunk, either get your friends to stop you or just don't do it.
Because that was what had kind of put me off. So I mean, it was Cinco de Mayo when I was there. So yeah,
that's a brutal. Particularly if you're starting in Mexico.
I saw like we were in the US, and I just saw some guy like arguing with a cast member because he was drunk and he wanted to smoke in the parks, and it's like.
Yes, you don't want to do that.
Yeah, so that was it. Was like, well, this is kind of ruining my Disney magic.
Yeah. And that's exactly it. If you're treating it like a fun time and a challenge, and you're with your friends and all that stuff, and treat it like it's someone's birthday. Yeah, it's a really, really good time. Yeah, just keep it positive.
Exactly.
At the end of the day,
I would recommend it to anybody, and this is somebody who said that. Like the year before, I was just like, it's just not for me. But after doing it, it was such a fun experience. I didn't even make it all the way around. Yeah. Would definitely do it again. Definitely will do it again. Yeah. And I will make it.
Yeah, because we're gonna have our rematch, 100%. Yeah.
We just need to lock down dates. But there's enough content on our Instagram and stuff, and probably more to come from that. I know Lou's got a whole long form.
Yep.
Long form vlog coming out, so we'll probably link to that in the description here.
And then after that, I went straight to H2O Glow as well. So
yes,
somehow I survived a giant wave pool without drowning. So that's good.
It's pretty impressive, right? Okay. I mean, we've spoke about it in some length now, but what were your favorite moments from the trip?
Favorite moments of the entire trip. So yeah, Drink Around the World was so much fun. It was just a day of chaos, carnage, and just laughter. We were laughing so much. Surprising You was hilarious. The immediate hug and then push and run reaction was spectacular. And Halloween Horror Nights is one of my favorite things. I think we're going to talk about Universal stuff in the next episode, aren't we? Universe, Halloween Horror Nights, and everything there. But Halloween Horror Nights is one of my favorite things to do while I'm over there that time of year, for sure.
Yeah, well, it was my first experience of that, so that was a lot of fun for me. Obviously, this isn't a dig, Jay. I'm not digging you out, but like obviously Jay was ill. It didn't ruin my experience, but like I was worried about it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So like, especially in a scare maze.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to switch off. I'm like protective in that sense. You know what I mean? So I was just like, it's hard. I just wanted, my priority was to make sure she was okay. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean, I would definitely love to do it again, and I'll probably get a rush of theatre pass so I can just chill and enjoy it a bit more. Because
just on that, because the other thing I find with Halloween Horror Nights, because you did one night with an express pass, you could do all the houses, right? Don't get me wrong, I love all the houses, but I find Halloween Horror Nights very similar to how I feel at Disney, which is I enjoy just being in the atmosphere and vibing. So I could go to a Halloween Horror Nights night, not do a single house, not do a single show, a scare zone, whatever, and just enjoy the atmosphere, enjoy the food, the drink, the hanging out.
Yeah.
And the Rush of Fear Pass gives you that ability. You don't feel pressure to do all the houses and all the shows and all that stuff. So it just gives you that, we finished at a park early, let's spend the evening at Halloween Horror Nights, just hang out, do a few houses and whatever. And I like that.
I think that's what I missed.
Yeah, sure.
It was like, it was similar to that first day in Epic, which we'll talk about, but it's like, right, got one day.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, need a plan, need to do something, need to go here.
Pressure that take away.
Yeah.
Carry on. Yeah.
But favorite moments. Do you know what? Actually, one of my favorite days, which I guess just because we haven't mentioned it, is the last day. Because it almost had like a little...
We did all 4 parks.
We did all 4 parks, yeah. You joined us in EPCOT.
Yep.
And when we did join up, we then had a couple of drinks, got a little bit buzzed. Like it wasn't to the same level.
You basically finished off the tour.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we went back to Mexico. I definitely got another drink in Mexico, and we drunk in China. Oh, the food was good.
Yeah, we did. Yep.
The drinks weren't, but the food was good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I loved that day. I loved the fact that we then went and watched Happily Ever After as a 5, and we went on Tiana's and redid the 4 because my first one, I blocked your face. Unintentionally, but I did do that. So I really loved that day. That was, and I think with it being the last day as well, I got to experience every park. Got to experience a little bit of the drinking around the world again, without the mysterious disappearing. So I think that might have been my favorite all-in day. There was the moment when I was watching Fantasmic with you, which was really nice because it you know how much I love that, and I was lucky. I went to watch it with just Jay and Lou. Yeah. Then I went to watch it with you guys. Then I went to watch it with all 5 of us plus Alex. And at one point I watched it just me and Jay. So I got the complete experience. Meeting David was a great moment for me, one of our friends out there. But in terms of us, I think probably the surprising moment is going to be that thing that you probably ask me to relive that moment in 40 years, and I'll be able to be actually, I remember it like it's yesterday, because I don't think it'll happen again. And if it does happen again, it's going to be bro, you're even more angry. You've done this. Why have you done it again? Yeah.
I'll figure something new out next time. Yeah.
I think that's probably, actually very, very, very privileged to have a moment to get taken behind the castle and meet
basically the entire cast of, is it Friendship?
Yeah, the Friendship Fair. Met 10 characters at once. So Mickey, Minnie, Naveen, Tiana, Anna, Elsa, Rapunzel, Flynn, and the Ruffians all at once. That was just such a surreal moment. So again, probably won't forget that in a hurry. If I had to pick 3, I would probably pick the surprise, Drinking Around the World. No, I'm picking 4. The last day, because it was just it summed up the whole holiday. Yeah. And then, that moment behind the castle. So plenty, and I could keep going if I'm honest.
Oh yeah, there was a lot. So that's a good way. We'll probably talk way more about it in future ones. But that's cool. Our favourite moments. We should ask you guys who are watching and listening to send us favourite moments.
What was your favourite
moment
of my trip?
Well, that'd be cool. People's favourite things about Walt Disney World or Universal, just Orlando in general.
And there's a lot of people that have been this year as well.
A lot of people, So if you were there at the same time as us, and we saw you or we didn't, then just let us know.
Yeah, definitely.
We're going to talk more about Epic Universe, Halloween Horror Nights, and all things Universal probably in the next episode.
I think so, because we've not really touched on it in this one. So
quite in depth, and there's a lot we want to talk about on it. So that was cool. But that was our 2-week Epic trip.
Yeah, 2 weeks at Walt Disney World, and
we'll do it again.
We will do it again. I'm ready to book right now. In fact, we're gonna.
Should we press pause?
Yeah, we're gonna end the
book
podcast.
For next year.
Like and subscribe. That's what we need to do. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Podcast.
You can on YouTube. They're putting it on YouTube. So like and subscribe.
Nailed it. Bye guys.